Good afternoon. My name is Pat Murray, and I'm President and CEO of Bristol County Savings Bank. And we'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our Ashley Boulevard office this afternoon to unveil, and I have the first hard copy in my hand here, to unveil a picture history of New Bedford, Volume 1, 1602 to 1925. We will talk in a few minutes about the sale of this book and how you can get either the hard copy or the paperback version. But before we do that, I would just like to have a few remarks and talk a little bit about Bristol County Savings Bank, if I could. Plug, right? If you get the chance to do it, you have to do it. As you know, Bristol County Savings Bank has not been involved in New Bedford from 1602. However, we are a Taunton-based bank. We've been around since 1846. And back in 1996, when the bank turned 150 years old, we threw ourselves one heck of a birthday party. And we decided at that point that we were not going to give ourselves a present, we were going to give the community a present. And we established the Bristol County Savings Charitable Foundation with a $1 million contribution from the bank at that point. Since then, the bank has contributed another $11 million to the contribution to the foundation, and we are now marking with that today. Just this morning, we went over $10 million in contributions to organizations, much like the organization that is sponsoring this book. We are extremely proud of that. We are a community bank. We are a mutual bank, which really means that we do not have stockholders. So our board actually several years ago adopted our community dividend policy. And rather than paying a dividend back to our stockholders, since there really aren't any, we really deem the community to be our stockholder. And with that $10 million that we've contributed since 1996 is really our dividend back to the communities that have been very, very good to Bristol County Savings Bank, including one of our newest communities right here in the city of New Bedford. So we thank you very, very much for opening your arms. We came down to the city several years ago. With this branch is now, Michelle, has been open for? Has been open since 2007. And we now have over $100 million. 2010, I'm sorry. So it was open since 2010, but we've been down here on the South Coast since 2007 with our Dartmouth office. As many of you know, we've tripled our size here in New Bedford, most recently with the acquisition of two of the former Admiral's Bank branches, both on one on Cushnet Avenue and one on Rockdale. So we are so proud to be here in the city, and we want to thank you for your support. Several years ago, probably about 2 years ago now, we actually got a call from, at the time, Mayor Lang, and asked us to come down and talk with Joe Thomas at Spinner Publications about possibly publishing a pictorial history of the city of New Bedford. We came down at that time, and we got to meet you, Joe, a little bit, and we at that point committed $20,000 towards the publication of this book. And we're happy with both the Mayor Lang's administration at the time and Mayor Mitchell's administration now. We have worked very diligently, haven't we, over the last couple of years to produce Volume 1. So with that, once again, thank you very, very much for being in attendance today. We are so proud that the book is here. And at this time, I would like to turn the microphone over to a Senior Vice President of the bank, born and raised right here in the city of New Bedford, Pete Selly. Pete?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to introduce some of our retail and commercial team that's here today, and I hope I get everybody in the picture. But Andy Springer is a commercial lender over in the back over there. Jack Silver is not here. Those are our two commercial lenders in the New Bedford market. We have Dave Medeiros, who's our new regional branch manager. Dave's around here somewhere. Raise your hand, Dave. We have 4 branch managers, Nancy Wood DuPont and Liz Pimentel, both existing from Ashley Boulevard and the Dartmouth office, and our 2 newest members from our Admiral's purchase, Rita Braga and Vivian Banville. Thank you. Hey. So thank you all for coming. I think Pat's going to introduce Joe now to get him up here so we can move this whole program along. Okay, thanks, Pat.
Joe, come on up. At this point, it's my pleasure to introduce Joe Thomas. Joe is publisher and executive director of Spinner Publications, and we've had the great pleasure to work with over the past couple of years to actually unveil this book here this afternoon. So, Joe.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you, Pat. You know, it's an understatement to say how much the bank really was instrumental in getting this book out. We've done a lot of books over the years. We've worked with numerous banks. You probably, those of you who know us know that we've done a lot of projects in New Bedford working with different banks. And I just want to say that it's no exaggeration to say that how important and how integral this relationship is, and that this book would not be done. This book would not even have been started had it not been for this bank stepping forward. We appreciate it. In time, all of New Bedford will appreciate it. And also, personally, I think the small local banks, such as Bristol County, and there are several others in the area, these institutions are so important for New Bedford. We've lost so many, but some have come forward. Bristol County Savings Bank is a Taunton bank. They've come to New Bedford. They've adopted New Bedford, and I think we should adopt you guys as well. And there are other banks as well, small banks, that I think that they're our future because we're going to grow together. And I know personally, I've made an effort to go away from the big banks, the big national, international banks, and to work with the small institutions. And I can't say enough about Bristol County and all the people here, the staff, Michelle and Kathy and Sue Nelson and Pat and Peter. This is it. I mean, it took us 2.5 years and they stuck by us. This grant that they allowed us to work with was really the only thing that kept us going. Now, I also want to thank my staff and the authors of this project. Al Sonia, Marcia McCabe, Jay Avila is in there somewhere hiding, as he would. And Natalie White, I haven't seen Natalie. She's here somewhere. There she is. Hi, Natalie. And a lot of other people as well. These are the 5 core people, myself. But a lot of other people played a part in this and who've worked with Spinner over the years. Our board of directors have been very instrumental in helping us. I see Gloria here and Bob McCabe. But this project took 2 years. Maybe more, but we put our hearts into it. We put a lot of hard work, more than any of us will be enumerated for. But it doesn't matter. This is who we are. This is what we are, and we're thankful that Bristol County is on board with us and support us. So, on behalf of Spinner and our staff and our board of directors, thank you all for coming. It's great to have you all here. Thank you.
So at this point, we would like to, Joe, come on back up again. This is the official unveiling of A Picture History of New Bedford, Volume 1, 1602 to 1925. Joe, yeah, nicely done.
Thank you.
Nicely
Thank
done.
you for all of that.
You know, Joe talked a little bit about community banks, and you know, I've been in banking for about 35 years now. I started my banking career actually as an auditor, and my first job as an auditor was Bristol County Savings Bank. My second job was New Bedford Institution for Savings, and so really good community banks. We're glad that we could be here, be a part of your community, and thank you for welcoming us, and it is very, very proud that we could help you with your book of New Bedford, so thank you once again. At this point, they are on sale. So here's the pitch. They will be on sale at our branch here on Ashley Boulevard until 6 o'clock tonight. The hardcover, this book that I have in my hand, is $60. The paperback version is $35. The books will be on sale exclusively at the Bristol County Savings Bank, 3 branch offices here in the city of New Bedford through June 29th. So for the next little over a week, I guess, they're exclusively on sale at any of our branches here in New Bedford, which is right here on Ashley Boulevard, 1307 Ashley Boulevard, or at our Acushnet Avenue location, which is 1657 Acushnet Avenue or at 37 Rockdale Avenue. Come on down, say hello, and pick up a pictorial history of New Bedford that is very, very well done. Once again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We are very proud to be here and very proud of this book. So thank you very much.
To be honest, we were approached by then Mayor Scott Lang, and Mayor Lang asked us if we'd be interested in doing a book for the city. He wanted to redo the old pictorial history of New Bedford, which we had done in 1982 with the Donning Company. And I thought at that time this is something I'd been wanting to do for a long time. So we thought, wow, great opportunity. So we went to see the mayor, we talked, and the mayor was instrumental in bringing the bank on board. And the bank liked the idea, and to their credit, I mean, they didn't really know who we were. They came on board, and we talked about it, and the first idea was to just redo the book that had been done in 1982. But we realized after working for about a couple of months that really the book needed to be completely redone. For different reasons. Also, we wanted to put our own copyright and trade on it, and so we were going to start from scratch. I brought together a team of people I know who write, and hard workers who care a lot about New Bedford. Al Saulnier, Marcia McCabe, Jay Avila, my associate publisher, and Natalie White. And we started meeting, and we just constructed this book the way it is, chapter by chapter, page by page, picture by picture.
How long?
How long did it take? It took close to 2.5 years, Ed. It really was a long process. We were up to over 600 pages, and we tried to get it down to 500. And we really didn't want to keep shortening it, so we decided to cut it in half. So we have two 300-page books that are going to be published. The second volume, which will be done hopefully by the holidays, that will cover 1925 to the present. And that's going to be, that's going to be a great book because it's got all the Depression era, the strike of 28, the prohibition, and the factories, the decline of textiles and garment industry, fishing, the growth of fish. So there's some great stories of the 20th century that will be in the next volume.
Okay, I'm going to leave with the last question, and this is kind of like a free ad for you. Why should a person go out and buy this book?
Well, I just feel this is a definitive work right now on New Bedford. There has not been any book in one concise, contiguous format that addresses the history of New Bedford from Gosnell to the present, with this in this detail. So I think if anybody wants to really peruse our history and so many stories of people, of industry, of immigrants, of houses, of neighborhoods, we've touched on all of that.
We're filming this at a bank. Why?
Well, Bristol County Savings Bank, really, I mean, this could not have been done without them. They put up a major grant for us to really get started. I had to, use that grant, that gift from them, to bring together this team and to, work for 2 years on this project. So this was a great expense to Spinner, and we don't have that kind of money. And without the bank, it could not have been done. And so we're celebrating the bank here as well today. Bristol County Savings Bank is our hero. I mean, they carried the ball here. They deserve a lot of credit for caring about New Bedford. Don't overlook that. It's easy to say that, it's easy to throw around accolades, but really, seriously, they stepped up to the plate.
Joe, I want to thank you. I know there are a lot of people waiting to have you sign their book. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks.
And it's always great talking to you. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.